Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is RJ. So today we're dropping into Rollercoin. We're going to be checking out how season 11 is going after the first 4 days. We're going to be talking about what's good, but we're also going to be looking at what's bad. So keep watching. Okay, and welcome to another video. And remember, if this is your first time visiting my channel and you want to learn more about how to earn cryptocurrency for free, about cloud mining sites, crypto investments, and lots of other crypto related stuff, hit that subscribe button and don't forget to tag that notification bell so you're alerted to all my latest content as it comes online. Okay, so as you can see, we are here in my Rollercoin account and it has been 4 days, as I said in the intro, since season 11 started and since my last video. Not a whole lot has changed really with the account. As you can see, up here we are now on level 2 in the season pass. We got our little creature, which I have to say, those little creatures are starting to annoy me a bit because they don't do anything. They're normally between 10 gigahash and 100 gigahash, which are pretty much useless in any account. You know, if they did something with them, I wouldn't mind. But it's like they're just using them now as a gap filler rather than putting a decent miner in the season pass. They just keep putting these stupid little creatures in there, which is, yeah, it's annoying. Anyway, so like I said, there are good points and there are bad points so far. I did say in I think it was the last video that I talked about that Rollercoin does have this habit of giving us these fantastic things and then somehow find a way to sort of take from us as well. And they gave us the burning event, the Halloween one, which I stated as my #1 top thing that I thought came out of season 10 was the Halloween burning event. They gave us the battery system we now have, which is a lot fairer than what they originally suggested, and there was some positive things. And also as well, they dropped the XP this season from 500 that was last season to 400 this season. So we all think, yeah, that's great, it's going to be so much easier. But what have they done to essentially, put a bit of a mockers on things, take the shine off the things that they've done. Simply, they have tweaked the season pass. And to be honest with you, it's not great, but I do think that they've actually messed themselves up on one thing as well, which we'll talk about in a bit. And obviously, we'll also talk about what's good and what we can look forward to. Okay, so if we drop into the season pass, and so in fact, actually, let's go back to here. One of the first things that they did, so this is another thing that they've sort of, again, is a bit of a annoying, I guess, because there's no need for this, really. The only thing I can think of is it's some way connected to the halving or something like that, which I believe is happening. Is it next year? Or yeah, next May, is it? Or something like that to do with the halving in BTC. But the thing is, though, they've done it to all the coins. So basically, last season, the block reward on RLT was 20. We can see that that has not changed. But if we go to BTC, now the block reward last season was 37,000. It's now 33,000. So they've knocked 4,000 sats off that block. I don't know exactly what every coin was at last season, but a lot of people are saying that pretty much all of the coins, they've done the same thing too. They've just taken a chunk out of the block rewards, which at the end of the day, it's extremely annoying. Because obviously that means that then we're earning slower, which that means then we can't withdraw as fast, which obviously is the goal for Rollercoin. Okay, so let's go to the season pass. So in the season pass, a lot has changed with the daily quests. So obviously if we scroll down here, we have the subscribe to Rollercoin, where in the last season and pretty much most of the seasons before that, we've always had two free ones. I mean, they don't give you a lot. I mean, this is probably the lowest it's ever been to give you 1 XP. I think in the past it used to be 2 or 4 or something like that, and then they've cut that. Now they're only giving you 1 free, because we used to have the subscribe, and then it was also join our Twitter. So we had 2. This is obviously subscribe to Twitter. So then the other one would be like join our YouTube channel or join a foreign YouTube channel. But you always had 2. So they've removed one of those. So that's the first thing that they've taken from us in the way of the quests. They've also, actually we'll skip that and I'll come back to that. So with the games, they have removed a reward for getting 20 games. And they've also removed the reward for getting 50 games. They only give now a reward for getting 40 games. Now, personally, I don't get this. You know, I mean, last season I played up to 50 games. You know, I mean, they would probably say, well, we made it easier for you. But the thing is, though, because they've removed the 20, that's 1 less reward they're giving. So yes, they've made it easier of the final amount required, which is now 40. So they've made it easier there, but they've taken the 20 away, which was, I believe, 10 XP. So you've lost 10 XP off your total amount you could earn playing games, because you obviously got last season. Admittedly, you did only get 4 XP for 10 games, and you'd get 4 on each. They've now upped it to 5, but they've still gained 8, because they've taken the 20 game the 20 game reward at, which was 10. So they've gained back 8 XP. So after that, they've also changed the 1 task. So before we had complete any 1 task and you got, I think it was 10 XP. Now what they're saying is you have to complete a task which gives you a minimum of 0.03 RLT. Now, to be honest with you, this is not hard. I basically just will do Loot TV for a little bit. You don't even need to do it a lot. Get up to about 30 credits or points on there. Withdraw that to Rollercoin, and then you can continue to watch Loot TV. So you can then you can, if you want, this is how I do it. I will say use Loot TV up to the point where I've got 32 points. 32 points equals about 0.03 RLT. Withdraw that. Then on Loot TV, you go continue watching. That will continue to watch, and then that will give you, by the end of it, maybe another 20 or 30 points, which if it's 30, it might even be more than 30, it might be like 35, which then the next day you can withdraw that straight to your Rollercoin. So essentially you're getting 2 for 1, but you've obviously got to make sure you make that first withdrawal from Loot TV at 32 points or whatever it is, to give you the initial RLT, and then, like I say, continue watching to the end, and then save that for the next day, and then you can just do it. So essentially you're getting 2 days out of 1 lot of watching Loot TV. So the other thing which is just going back to the games, is because of obviously they've removed the 20 game reward, that means we're also earning less RST. So for those of you that use RST to buy parts and stuff like that, you're actually getting less RST, which again is annoying. Now what I did to combat that is, in the last video I said I wasn't going to mine RST at all. My goal was to get my BTC up to 100,000 or more, make a withdrawal, then I would look to do RST. But instead what I did, because we're getting less now from playing the games and stuff like that. What I did was I split my power and I gave 10% to my RST, and then I kept 90% to BTC. It doesn't give you a lot of RST, but it gives you, it gives you like, I don't know, a couple maybe throughout the day. But then obviously that gets topped up with the stuff I'm earning from the games as well. So at the moment we've got like 30 RST. We're getting pretty close to a merge, and which is really good. The merge I'm looking to do first is going to be the snake miner from last season, because that ends up giving you, if you merge 2 together, and I've got 3, so that means I can merge 2, I can keep the original reward, so I'm not losing anything, so I can keep the original reward from 1, and then I merge 2 together, and then that gives me another 1.64% bonus. And it's not, basically, it still requires only about, I think it's just over 3,000 of each part. It's like 3,200 of each part, and I'm at like 3,000 something on one part, 2,900 on another part, and I'm a little bit lower on the third part. So I'm getting really close to that. And then obviously that will merge, and that gives you something about 1.28 or 1.3, yeah, it might be 1.389 or something like that petahashes, and then obviously that gets dumped on my 5% racks, and then that boosts that by quite a considerable amount, because you're getting a 5% rack, but you're also now getting a 252% overall bonus as well. So like I say, that is, so to be honest with you, because of the way the RST is going, what I've decided is, instead of looking to buy the RST miner like I usually do from the season store, I'm actually going to just focus on buying parts and upgrading or merging miners I got from last season, because I've got no end of really good miners that I've got like 3 of. So that means I can merge them and then not lose anything, but in fact I'm gaining a % here or a 1.5% there, and that's really going to push up my account. So that's really what my focus is when it comes to the miners and using my RST. Okay, so 2 seconds, I'm just referring to my notes. Yeah, okay, so the other thing that's been added is the exchange one or more RLT from any crypto. Now, again, if I can do this on a daily basis because of what I'm mining with my BTC. So I can go in here. In fact, let's go this way. I can go in here. I can do that, and then you can see I've got 20,000 there. Basically, if I go here, because there's a 15% bonus, that's going to, at the moment, give me a max of 9. But if I just go 1, yeah, do that, and then tomorrow, I'll actually gain that 1. By tomorrow, I'll gain that 1 back. Yeah, in my Bitcoin, so I'm gaining the equivalent of 2 or just over 2 RST every day in my Bitcoin, which allows me to exchange 1 every day to get that XP. But it's, my BTC is still building, so I'm sort of gaining, but I'm and I'm not losing too much. So if we go back in here, and then we're here 25, we can claim there, and like I say, that one I'll do later from Loot TV. And obviously I haven't played any of your games or anything yet today either, because obviously I'm trying to get my videos done for you guys. So the thing I think this, okay, so we're going to go back to this thing where I think that they've missed a trick. Basically, I think they've personally scuppered themselves, really. I think they've stopped. How can I put it? I think they're going to earn less from this as what they were from the original in last season. So what am I talking about? So if we scroll down here, this spend 7 RLT in the store. Now, this used to be, let's say this used to be the spend 15 RLT on the marketplace. Like, it didn't matter what you bought, you could spend 15 RLT and I think you got 25 XP. Right, this is only going to give you 20. I'm fairly certain to spend 15 RLT gave you 25. But the thing is when it says in store, so if we say click that, right, that just brings you to here, right? Also, it might include, I'm not sure, it might include loot boxes. I'm not 100% sure. But still, I think less people will purchase stuff from this area than they would have done from the marketplace. And you also have to realize that from the marketplace, Rollercoin make money. They make money on fees. So the fact that they essentially stopped people doing it, I think that they're losing out because essentially we sell parts on the marketplace, yeah, and we want people to buy them. So if people are using their RLT in here, that means less people are buying from the marketplace. That means that people are selling less. That means that our Rollercoin are making less fees. Also as well, I don't know how people list stuff, but a lot of times I will list items and I won't list any more items until I sell them. But the thing is though, if we're saying, right, you go and spend 15 RLT, we're going to give you 25 XP, there's people buying stuff that they might not even use. They might buy it and then sell it again. But every time that happens, Rollercoin get a fee. Whereas this way, I don't know if they do. Yes, okay, we can say, well, they're going to get the whole 7 RLT. But like I say, if less people are doing it, because people don't want to buy stuff from the season store, because they want to buy parts or stuff from the marketplace, well then, like I say, I think that it takes away. I think Rollercoin, in fact, have done something that they're losing out. But maybe that's just the way I look at it. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Rollercoin are thinking, well, we're going to get it both ways. So we're going to force them to buy stuff from the season store, but they're still going to buy stuff from the marketplace. And they might be correct. But like I say, I think if they'd left it as it was, I think they would have made more money on fees that way. But, you know, who knows? The other thing as well, what I don't understand is, I do understand it because they recently did that thing in one of the updates where they said that they changed how the market worked because they said that there was a bug. I think it actually was a load of rubbish. I think that they did it for another reason. But the thing is now when you go on the marketplace to buy parts are absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous in price. Like they've gone from like buying fans from like 39, like 0.039 or like 0.035 or something like that, to now it's like up to 0.08 or higher. You know, it's just absolutely gone crazy, the marketplace has. But again, I think that maybe the reason why they did it is to try and dissuade people from doing what we were doing or what I was doing, which is buying parts, then selling them back. One, because you got the XP for the purchase 15 RLTs worth of stuff from the marketplace. That's what I was doing. I did say a few times in my videos that's what I was doing. But the other thing as well, if you do that, you make real good headway through these mini events. How long we got left? 1 day. Yeah, I mean, I picked up, I think it is in this mini event, 10 XP and 25 XP, and that's all I wanted because I haven't looked at. I have to say, and I'm very sorry to Puka. I know you posted it, but I have not looked at Tapuka's printout or a screenshot of all the different prizes in this mini event. So maybe there is an XP bundle I'm missing out on, but I got the first two, which is 10, and so overall I got 35 XP from this mini event by simply buying items on the marketplace and then reselling them. And then basically you get your points, and then obviously you get your prizes. And for those of you that don't know a whole lot about Rollercoin, but think it looks like a fun and interesting way to earn yourself some free crypto, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a link in the description to a tutorial. Now that's going to give you a lot more information and a better understanding of how the program works and what you need to do to get your accounts up and running to earn yourself some of these free coins. But if you go right the way to the end of this video, that link will be there also, so you can just click straight on it and get watching. So, what in Season 11 has been good? To be honest with you, there's actually only one thing that I've managed to find that is an improvement, to be quite honest. And basically, if we go into the Season Pass here, we scroll right to the bottom on the miners. I have noticed this. This is not what I'm going to tell you, but I have noticed that even on the free pass, you can get 2 petahash for 30 days. That's actually really good. That is pretty impressive. That is just that one thing. But anyway, let's scroll right to the bottom, and I'll tell you what I think is about the best thing so far about this season. Right. So the best thing for me about this season are simply the top end miners. If we look to last season, the most powerful miner last season was 640,000 gigahashes. You can see this season to 717.5 gigahash is 500,000 gigahashes. Sorry, my brain's going. And then the second highest is 569,250 gigahashes. You can see here, the second highest was only 504,000 gigahashes. So these ones have all been improved. 459,000 gigahashes for the third highest. Here, the third highest was only 403,000 gigahashes. 318,250 gigahashes is the fourth highest. Here you can see was only 274,500. So that's actually quite a jump. And then, you know, as you go up, you'll find others, and they've all pretty much been improved. So this one, 243, that probably would be the fifth one, which was only 240,000. And like I say, that is probably the best things that I have found about this season, is that simply the miners are higher powered. Therefore, obviously, they're going to be bringing more to your account, which hopefully will push your account forward very nicely. And then you, in turn, will help you withdraw faster. So for me, overall, so far with the things that we've been through, this season is not great. I know there's a lot of people out there that are putting it on Discord saying, man, this season looks real tough and stuff like that, which I agree it does. I think it's going to be much more of a grind this season. And for those people that are asking about should they or should they not purchase the season pass, that obviously is entirely up to you. It is your coins that you are spending. Really, that decision is down to you. Now, basically what I will be doing is I'll be working my way through as a free member. Once I've made the withdrawal, which, like I say, I want to be looking at least 100,000 BTC or more. Once I've made that withdrawal, then I'll probably start looking to build up the coins to purchase the season pass. By that time, the season's going to probably be well underway. You might be at least halfway through it by that time. But that's basically my plan. And also as well, new players or anybody looking to invest in this program or any of the programs that I promote. Remember, no matter how good a program seems, nothing is guaranteed. Anything can change at any time. So if you are looking to invest, try and invest coins that you've earned from other programs, like free coins you've earned from other free faucets. But if you can't do that and you want to invest from your bank, make sure that you are only using money you can afford to lose. What do I mean by that? Simply do not invest the money you require for your car payments or your rent or your food or your child's college fund. Only invest spare cash. So spare cash that if a site goes down, yes, it's really annoying, but you've not lost money that could change your life dramatically in a negative way. So always bear that in mind. And also as well, remember, it's okay to reinvest, because if you're reinvesting, which is what I've done, I have since basically the first year, probably about the first year and a half, maybe first year actually. So I've never invested anything else into this program. I basically spent, I don't know how many years just playing the games. Once I got up to a certain point and I had enough miners, I no longer needed to play the games. So now I only play the games for the seasons, which is probably a number of people used to do that, which is probably also why now Rollercoin make the seasons so close together. So for people like me that I could just sit on my laurels, do the bare minimum and still make withdrawals, Rollercoin weren't happy with that. So that's probably one of the reasons why now we have seasons back to back. But like I say, I got to a point I didn't need to really play the games, until obviously they started doing these back-to-back seasons. And all the money since then and all the miners that I've gained since then is simply money or coins that I've earned from the site and then I've reinvested. I've never, from my initial investment, which was only about $70 or $80 back in the first year I played, I've never invested anything else. I've reinvested, which, as I'm saying, reinvesting is fine, but just don't do it too often. Just try and make some withdrawals, because the thing is, it's okay looking at the screen and looking at these numbers up here and thinking, yeah, I've got so much BTC, or I've got thousands of Dogecoins. But if you don't get them into an external wallet, all they are is numbers on a screen. They mean nothing. They are numbers on a screen. Until you actually withdraw them, they are just numbers on a screen. So bear that in mind and try and make withdrawals as often as you can. Because at the end of the day, you can spend years playing this, but if you never make any withdrawals, well, what's the point? Anyway, I am going to leave that there. I hope you found that helpful and informative. If you are interested in that tutorial that I spoke about, it's probably on your screen right now. So get clicking and get watching. And if you can smash that like button, please, it really does support my channel, which then helps me make more content to help you. So take care, have a great rest of your week, and I'll speak to you soon. Thanks a lot. Bye.